cold.
Are you recording?
You're on YouTube right now.
Great, because when I fall down the steps.
Just don't drop any F-bombs. It's made for kids.
I'm staying away.
I'm afraid now. Be very afraid.
All right, we're in Springfield, Virginia. This is an exhibition game against St. James. Patriots are away. We're wearing our dark blue jerseys. St. James wearing their white jerseys. The Zamboni is done doing its work. Referees are setting up the nets, and we'll get a warm-up here started real soon. This game might start a little bit early. The last game ended a little early. And I'll be okay with starting early. Waiting on the referees. The tape's already coming off. Now they're going on this. All right, warm-up's going to start now. All right, that horns the end of the warm-up.
be a great game.
All right, breaking out of the huddle near the net there. 15-minute periods in this exhibition game against the St. James. Now I'll get you a starting lineup. Kate's in net for us. See what the starting line is. It's like Dylan, Joseph, Cohen, Danny, and Z. Z's at center ice for the faceoff. All right, we're going to see start of the first period here. And controlled by the Patriots. He's getting battled for it, though. Now it takes it away and now lost the puck over against the far boards. And they come in the offensive zone, but now swatting at it's Dylan. Chips it out. Loose puck. Dylan's got it now. Going the other way. Brings it in onside. And takes a shot. Big rebound. Picked up by the St. James defense. They send it out. Bouncing puck goes out to the point. Cohen's there. Chips it back in. Goes through the slot. Intercepted by a St. James player. And they're skating the other way. And they chip it out of the zone. Coming into our defensive zone. Chasing after it. St. James gets there first. Yeah, icing. Didn't see that. Icing's the call. Coming all the way back. 14:29 to go in the period. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Patriots. And we made a couple changes defensively. So Chris is out there now with Jackson. Still the Z line with Dylan and Yosef. And here comes a drop. Controlled by St. James. They throw it out to the point. Chris steps up, throws it in. It got kicked away by a skate of a defender. Now they throw it out towards the point. Clears the zone. Chris has got to go chasing after it. And is going to get there first. Now settles the puck, takes it behind the net on a backhand. He's still skating with it and looking to clear the zone. Chips it out, intercepted by a St. James player. They dump it back in, take a shot, miss the net to the right. Comes over to the near side. Reflects over, and now Dylan's there. Picks it up, chips it out, cleared the zone. Out to Joseph. Joseph's got poked away there by the defense. Now brings it onside, though. And now it's in the high slot. Takes a shot. Big rebound goes in front of the net, and now picked up by the defense and swatted away. And collision in the corner. Now the puck's stuck down there, and they're battling for it. Now the puck gets kicked head. It's still tied up down there. Now comes out, controlled by Joseph. Joseph's got her backhand. Scores! 13:42. Finds the back of the net there on a backhand. Joseph, unassisted goal. Puts the Patriots up 1-0. All right, Cohen and William are out there. Riot, Dakota, and Ellis. And we win the draw, but goes way back in our defensive zone. Chasing after now is William. William gets there, puts it on a forehand. Got a forechecker all over him. Now puts the brakes on to get away from that forechecker. Sends it over to Dakota. Dakota settles the puck, sends it ahead to Riot. Riot's got to slow down and catch it. Sends it over to Ellis. Ellis is onside on a 3-on-1. Takes a shot. Goalie saw it, got a handle on it, but then lost it. Goes in the corner. Loose puck now comes in the circle. Swooping on it, it's Dakota. Takes a shot, knocked away by a defensive stick. Now they push it out towards the blue line. There's a St. James player there to collect the puck and try to clear the zone. They do out to the neutral ice, and they come into the offensive zone. We got a bit off the way there. Now settled by St. James in a corner. They send it into the slot. Can't handle it. Out to the high slot. Takes it into the slot. Takes a shot. Goes off a defender into the corner. Hammered out of the zone by Dakota, and that clears the zone. No chance icing because the defense touched it. Now settled by the St. James, but Dakota's on a forecheck. And they send it over here to the near side blue line. We made a change here. Coming out now and battling for right at the blue line for William. And it pokes it away out to the red line. Now we got a St. James player down. No call. It was probably a trip, but no call. They dumped it in. Nico dumped it in. And he's out there with John and Nico. And it's Zach on there. And they're battling for the puck behind the net. It squirts out here to the near side. Controlled now by St. James. Jackson's out there with Chris now on D. St. James trying to break the zone. They do. Out to neutral ice. Crosses the red line. Looking at the zone. They do. They're onside. Over to the near side circle. Took a shot, but knocked away by Danny. And now poking at it. And the loose puck in the corner. Jackson goes back to get it. Flings it out of the zone. And now it's going the other way. St. James is changing. They had too many men on the ice. And that's the call. Too many men. 12:09 to go in the period. This is going to result in a power play for the Patriots. They were just a little bit too anxious there to get off the bench and started playing the puck before the other player got back on. So, power play coming up. And I don't know what the referees are talking to the bench over there, but this is going to come in the offensive zone for us. Maybe not a foul. Now they're going to the box. It's going in the zone. And they still got too many players on the ice, though. St. James has now figured that out. They're taking a player off. So we got a 5-on-4 advantage here for 2 minutes. 12:09 to go in the first period. Scores 1-0 Patriots. And Patriots win the draw. Nico's got it back in the corner. Dumps it around here to the near side and chasing after John's there. John settles the puck, sends it out to the point. Danny holds his own. He's going to skate towards the top of the circle. Fires a shot that goalie saw it. It was a rainbow shot, but the goalie saw it and gloved it, and that'll stop play. 11 seconds ticked off that power play. 1:49 to go. Power play continues. Another offensive zone faceoff coming. Nico, John, Zach, Danny, and Jackson. And then controlled by the Patriots. Nico battling for a loss it though. They chip it towards the net. Now the goalie goes down, but it goes off the side of the net. And flung ahead by St. James. Back out to our point. Danny's got it. Danny's going to do something quick with it because we got some pressure there. Now the puck goes back. Nico's got it now, skating into the circle. Looking for passes it across ice to Jackson. Jackson's got to settle the puck. Goes off a shin guard of a defender, and now it's a foot race. And still battling for it. They dump it in. They're onside, and now chasing after Danny's there, but throws the forecheck of St. James. And hammered by Zach, goes over to the far side, and over there is Dylan. Dylan came on the ice now, and now trying to clear the zone. Back to Jackson, back to Dylan. And Dylan's going to go through neutral ice, sends it ahead. Swatting at it was Nico. Didn't touch it, but it went in the offensive zone. And now they kick it back out, and now could be icing. No call. And the icing is the call. The other referee called it. Okay, so the power play continues. 11:10 to go in the period. Another minute and a second left on this power play. And icing brings us back into the offensive zone for this faceoff. Dylan's out there. Joseph, Z, William, and Chris. Z taking the draw. Joseph's in the slot. And stymied on the face that comes back to the Patriots. Chris settles it. Dumps it in, goes ricocheting off of Dylan. Now Chris has got to go chip it in on the backhand, but now taken away by St. James. They're shorthanded going the other way, and they knocked away though, and now still battling for it at neutral ice. And now Joseph dumps it in on the backhand, hand pass down to himself out of the zone. And now I got a chase to get back. It's a foot race. William and another St. James player battling to get to the puck first. William arrives and taken away though by St. James. Poked away by Chris. Goes out towards the top of the circle, now towards the blue line. It's going to clear the zone. And now 28 seconds left in the power play for the Patriots. And ricocheting here at the blue line. Chris is there. Chips it ahead for Joseph. Joseph settles the puck, crosses the red line. Sends it ahead for Z. And now they enter the zone onside, but chipped away by the defender. And now back out to the point. Chris is there. Dumps it in. Loose puck behind the net now. Chasing after St. James gets there. And is trying to clear the zone. Comes back out to Chris. And now clears the zone going the other way. And it's a foot race. William's going to get there first, but we got a forechecker all over him. And hammers it over to the far side, and going out to their point, swoops in to hold his own. Big collision, missed the collision. And the puck's loose in the circle, now controlled by Joseph. Joseph trying to break out, and now it does, over to Dylan. Dylan fires it on net, and goalie's got to play that. A little bit of a rebound there, but we're changing, so no pressure by the Patriots. Power play's over, back to full strength for St. James. Now here comes the forecheck. Ellis is out there, pokes at it, slows it down. They're trying to clear the zone. It goes a mile in the air, bouncing through towards the red line. Taken away by Joseph. Joseph gets it back on side and comes charging in. Lost the puck. Now going to hammer by Cohen. Goes off a sweater of a defender, and now trying to clear the zone, and they do out to neutral ice. Cohen's still battling for it now. Ships it back, and Ellis couldn't handle that. And it was back in our defensive zone, but Ellis has got on a forehand. Chipped back by the St. James team, but now chasing after Riot. Riot's got some speed on now. Lost the puck on a back check, puts us offside. Now we get back onside. Ellis is going to take a shot. And goalie saw that and stopped it. No rebound. No whistle now, but now they call the whistle, and that'll stop play. 9:15 to go in the period. Offensive zone faceoff coming for the Patriots. Ellis, Riot, Dakota, Cohen, and Danny out there. St. James is making some changes. Back to full strength here. And St. James wins the draw. They chip it ahead over to the near side boards. Dakota's there, pokes it back in now behind the net. Settled by St. James. They kick it over to the far side. There's a St. James player there, but so is Ellis. And now they fired out, but held in by Chris. Excuse me, Danny. Danny sends it to Ellis. Ellis throws it on net. Big rebound. Takes another. Joseph gets a rebound. Dakota gets a rebound and scores. Unassisted goal for Dakota there. Puts the Patriots up 2-0. 8:58 to go in the period. Persistent attacking the net there paid off. All right, so out there is Gethin, Zach, Nico, Jackson, and Chris. And referees talking to the scorer. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Maybe figuring out who scored the goal. And now controlled by St. James off the draw. And poked at, though, by Gethin. And now Zach got behind the D-bip, and now they caught up and they take the puck away. Battling for it in corner. Both players go down. No whistle. Takes it, fires it through the crease, but it was high and didn't touch anything. Now settled by, chipped back in by Chris. And now Nico's got it. He dumps it in. Loose puck behind the net. Zach is coming off the ice. I think he got injured or broke some equipment. And now St. James is coming across ice, going the other way, and we're trying to get back on D. And now they're offside. That was a fortunate offside for us because we were way out of position. I think Zach coming back to the bench because of his equipment casualty or injury threw us off there a bit. We didn't have everybody on the ice defensively. Jackson was trying to get back there, but okay. So Jackson and Chris are out there. Gethin, Nico, and Z's taking the shot. So Z replaced Zach on that line. Now comes back towards our blue line, shipped ahead by over to Gethin. Gethin made a move there to get away from that. Now it takes a shot, goes softly on net and covered by the D, and that'll stop the clock. 8:19 to go in the period. Offensive zone face-off coming. John's coming out, and Gethin is coming off. No, Gethin's staying on. I guess Z is coming off. So Z's coming off. John's out there to take this draw. So it's Gethin, John, and Nico. Chris and Jackson, and controlled by the Patriots, sends it back to Chris. Chris winds up, takes a shot, missed the net to the left, redirected by the goalie behind it, and now settled by St. James. They put the brakes on to get away from Nico, but now skating hard to break the zone, going the other way. To neutral ice, they dump it in, and that's onside, and not ice. No, icing's a call. I thought they were clear of the red line, but apparently not. 8:03 to go. Icing coming all the way back. No change in the lines for the Patriots. I take that back. Chris came off, replaced by William. So it's Cohen and William out there in D. Gethin in the slot. John taking the draw. Nico against the boards. And controlled by St. James. They bring the puck back into the corner. And now looking to break out. And out to the point. Williams there. Hammers a shot. Missed to the right. Goes over to the far corner. Now chasing after his both teams. St. James gets there first. Ships it out to the blue line. And now flings it over our point and now brings it into the offensive zone. They're onside. Chasing after it is William, and puck comes squirting out into our circle. Now settled by Nico. He's going to skate behind the net, but he's got a forechecker back there. He slowed the puck down. Goes out to another St. James player at the far side boards. And now that's Cohen. Knocked it out. Now going the other ways. Gethin and Nico. And now Gethin's brought us onside. And now he's getting some tangled up there with the D. And now they send it over here to the near side. Williams there at the point to stop the puck. And holds his own. Chips it back in right to a St. James player. Held in, slowed down by William. But St. James is onside here. Now back check by William. And now the puck goes on net, and Kate's going to have to cover that, and that'll stop play. 7:11 to go in the first period. That counts as a shot on goal. And Patriots up 2-0. This is Z, Dylan, Yosef, Danny, and Jackson. They're controlled by the Patriots. Almost goes on net there, but now bouncing loose puck in the circle. Now taken away by Z, goes into the corner. St. James got a stick on it, fires a shot, stuck to the player's skate, now goes right between his legs over here to the near side board, settled by the defense. And they push it, kicked away by Yosef. Yosef's got control of the puck, fires that off to the other point, and St. James holds the zone, flicks it back in on a backhand. They take a shot from there, when redirected and high and left of the net. Now Z's there to settle this puck, trying to play keep away from that forecheck. Goes out, loose puck in the corner now, and still battling for it. And now comes out to the point. Now he skates to the top of the circle, takes a shot, goes on net, and Kate's got to cover that, and that'll stop play. 6:32 to go in the period. Another defensive zone faceoff comes to the Patriots. Dylan, Z, Yosef, Jackson, and Danny. Yosef, okay, the D's swapping out. So Cohen's out there now with William. Dylan sets up in the slot. Yosef's against the board by himself. There's no St. James player over there. And it's stymied on the face. Now taken away by the Patriots. Now Yosef skating hard, going the other way. Going by Dylan on 2-on-2. Going to turn into a 3-on-3. Takes a shot, goes off the skate of a defender into the corner. Loose puck now behind the net, settled by St. James. They've got it on a forehand. Sees approaching on a forecheck, and they get it out of the zone, going all the way down. Could be icing. Icing, no. They waved the icing, and St. James is already way down there, and they got it behind the net. Now Cohen's approaching, touched those, and went into the slot, knocked away by Z. And now Z throws it out towards the point, now settled by St. James. And still skating with it, though. Big collision, though, and took the puck away. Nice job, Z there. Now going the other way. And through neutral ice, Potomac sends it ahead to Dylan. Dylan gets it onside, lost the puck, though, and now goes into the corner. Comes out to William at the point. William fires a shot, misses to the left, and had to be redirected by the goalie. Now settled by St. James, coming the other way. And they fire the puck all the way down, touched by a high stick there, and no call, though. Williams there battling for the puck, squirts out behind the net. And now Williams going to go. We got a forecheck on his tail. Chips it over here to the near side. It hit Z, but couldn't do much with it. Now it hit the referee. Now Cohen's got it and looking to wing a pass out of there. Playing keep away back behind the net. Now taken away by St. James on a forecheck. Now St. James has the puck. They bring it out to the point. It's going to wind up, take a shot from there. Got redirected away from the net by Kate. Now chipped that by Cohen out towards Dakota. Big collision. Dakota goes down, but somehow kind of stuck the puck there. And now the defenseman came all the way in deep and had to be replaced at the point. And they take a shot, goes into the slot, intercepted by Cohen. Cohen fires it out. They can't clear the zone, though. Now they're going to send it into the bottom of the circle on the far side. There's a St. James player there. Throws it towards the crease, but hits something, and now controlled by William. William pushes it ahead, intercepted by a St. James player, and they take another shot, intercepted by William again. William pushes it out of the zone. We're making some changes. Ellis is out there now. William stays out there, and now comes into our defensive zone, but now going the other way is Riot. And got kicked away by a defender. Now Chris dumps it in, but ricocheting around in that offensive zone. St. James is trying to clear it, and they do. And now Riot dumps it back in, and we're onside. Puck's loose behind the net, now settled by St. James. They have it on the backhand. Here comes Ellis on a forecheck. Throws it down. Now puck's stuck down there. And now Ellis has got it in the circle. Puts it on the backhand in the slot. Fired it over the top. Goalie reached up to try to glove it, but it didn't. And now it goes over to the far side boards. There's a St. James player there who settles the puck and clears the zone, but intercepted by Chris at neutral ice. Chris dumps it back in. We got it offside as the call. 4:09 to go in the period. I assume it's going to come right at the blue line on the offsides. Now they're coming all the way over here to our blue line. We weren't offside by much, but that's the judgment of the referee and where that drop comes. Riot, Ellis, Dakota, Jackson, and Chris, controlled by St. James, but now chasing after it is Dakota. Took some big collision, smeared into the boards, and no call. Goes into the far behind the net now. Jackson's back there, and Dakota's slow to get up. Still hasn't gotten up. Now he's getting up now. And Dakota skates back to the bench. That hit he was a little separation from the boards when he took that hit, so he got thrown into the boards funny. It seems to be okay. The coach is a check on him. And that's going to result 3:59 to go in the period. Riot, Nico, Ellis, Jackson, and Chris. Riot taking the draw. And controlled by St. James. They swatted at it, trying to get back to the point. Now it comes into the slot. Jackson's there chipping at it, trying to clear the zone, but can't. And now settled by St. James, goes over to the far side. Ellis is there, he's going to clear the zone. Dumps it, ricochets it ahead to Nico. Nico got behind the D here a little bit. Goes down on a loose puck in front of the net. Still loose in front of the net, knocked away by the defense. Now swooping in is Chris, but we got Nico's hurt and in the crease. And now they blow the whistle. I don't know what happened. He's holding his head. And gets up. Looks like he's okay. No call on that. Looks like he got hooked as he was taking a shot, but no call. 3:36 to go in the period. Patriots are up 2-0. Nico's coming off the ice with a little help from the coach, but it seems to be okay. A little shook up there. So we got Zach, John, Geffen, Danny, and Cohen. Zach is taking the draw. John sets up in the slot. And controlled by the Patriots. They're off the zone, going the other way. And just Danny got a forecheck coming. Now he settles the puck. Here comes the forecheck of St. James. Puts the brakes on to get away from the forecheck. Fires it over to Geffen. Geffen's got to reach back for it and can't clear the zone. Comes held in by St. James. They flick it out towards the blue line, kicked that, and held in by St. James. Down to the circle. They take a shot on goal. And Pate had to go down to the butterfly to stop that. Kicked out of there by the defense. Now battling for it. St. James and Chris find him up. Chris kicks it out of there and now goes and fetches it. Has it on a forehand, but he's got a forechecker coming at him. Held in by St. James. They bring him in the circle. It goes off of Zach and now goes into the corner. Now loose puck and now Cohen's there, but so is St. James. Cohen ships that, it sends it ahead to Zach. Zach flicks it ahead to St. James, intercepted it, sends it into the slot and knocked away by Danny. Danny sends it ahead to Gethin and they clear the zone. And now trying to get back on side and they send it over and they're charging into the zone now into the high slot and we got a whistle. I think they're offside. If it was offside, it was bang bang, but offside was the call. 2:42 to go in the period. Score is still 2-0 Patriots. Ellis, Zach, John, Danny, and Cohen. Zach taking the draw. Controlled by the Patriots, gets right back there to St. James off a kick by Gethin. Now poked at it, they enter the zone. Now dump it in, loose puck behind the net. Cohen's there, he's going to settle the puck. Pushes at it, didn't get much on it. Now settled by St. James. They send it out to the point. But Gethin's there, knocked it away, and now skating hard the other way. And getting back checked though, and it enters the zone onside, but took the puck away, and now St. James has got it and skating behind their net. John's on a forecheck. They flick it out towards the point. Zach steps in, kicks it in deep, and now the puck's rattling around and settled by Zach. Zach pushes it back towards the top of the circle, but just St. James there, and they go in the other way. And crossing the red line now, trying to enter onside. Swatting at it was the defense. They come in onside. He's got it on a forehand. Going to take a shot. Rebound knocked down by the D, and now out of the zone. And a little less than 2 minutes to go in the period. The clock continues to run. Fired across ice, right towards our bench as we're changing. And now comes in deep. Danny's down there looking to flip this out of there and pushes it behind the net, but he's got a forechecker on him. And now sends it ahead to Zach. Zach puts it on the backhand out towards the point, held in by St. James. They send it on net. Ricochets around in the slot. Takes another shot, goes off of Chris. Stuck to a player on the St. James team, and now settled by Danny. Danny fires it, stuck to the boards in a weird way. Big collision there, now intercepted by Zach. And now puck clears the zone. St. James offside, and we're trying to get back onside. Dylan's out there on a forecheck, almost touched that. And it goes into our offensive zone, and now continues that forecheck. And puts the brakes on to get away from Dylan. St. James trying to clear the zone, sends it over to the near side. St. James crosses the red line. Now it comes onside. Williams out there trying to take this away and does, knocks it in behind the net. And puts the brakes on to get away from that forecheck. Now he's got some room. And makes a pass, ricochets it ahead for Dylan, but he's got a defensive player there, meets him right as he took the puck. Yosef's got it onside, lost the puck. Z had it there, now Dylan swoops in, lost the puck, comes against the near side boards. Dylan winds up from the circle, sends it into Z, deep, then Z sends it back out to William. William chips it hard back into Z, but intercepted by a St. James player. St. James looking to break the zone, comes all the way down, could be icing. Icing's the call, coming all the way back. 41 seconds and change on the board in the period. Offensive zone face-off coming. Joseph, Z, Dylan, William, Chris. Joseph sets up in the high slot. Z taking the draw. And controlled by St. James, and they collect the puck now, looking to break out, but Z's all over him. You know, they send it out to the point. Chris is there and holds it. Fires a shot, goes widely to the right, and now ricochets up towards the point, and now trying to clear the zone, and they do. Chris fell down, but now we got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Williams going to try to slow this down, take away that trailer. Does. Nice job there, Williams. Swats at a pass, so lost it. Now players go down, no call. And now the puck's stuck back there. Now taken out of there, but tying him up is Z. Still tying him up. Now Yosef comes in for support and pulls the puck out of there. Yosef's got it now. A little less than 10 seconds to go in the period. Comes out towards the circle, and Williams there trying to get it out of there, but it's stuck to the St. James player. Now Z's got it. Z's got it in the bottom of the circle. Hit a St. James player and stuck. They immediately took a shot. Van Horn is the end of the period, though, and no goal there. So after one period of play, Patriots are up 2-0. First intermission starting now. right, first intermission's over. Second period getting ready to start. Patriots are going to be defending the left side of the screen for this period. Kate is still in net for us. So to start the second period, we got Jackson, Dakota, Chris, Riot, and Ellis. I take that back. Yeah, Danny came out, but then he went back to the bench. So it's Chris and Jackson back on D. Riot taking the draw. Ellis on the near side, Dakota on the far side. 15-minute periods in this exhibition game. Controlled by the Patriots, back to Chris. Chris fires it into the offensive zone, now chasing after it's St. James defense. But here's the forecheck of Riot and taken away by Dakota. Dakota's got it behind the net, now looking for a pass. Sends it to Ellis, takes a shot, misses to the right. Goes over to the far side point, swooping up is Chris, chips it in, goes off a defender though. Fires it in, now it's deep behind the net. There's a defender down there, slows the puck down, but the forecheck of Riot is there too. Comes into the slot, now taken away by the St. James players, and they're skating hard to break the zone. And they send it ahead, and there's a St. James player down there. He's onside, he got behind us a little bit. And now Jackson slows him down, takes a shot, but deflected away by the defense. And now goes on net, knocked away by the defense, out to the point. We're gonna wind up taking a shot from there, score! So St. James finds the back of the net there, beginning of the second period, makes the score 2-1 Patriots. I think Kate got screened a little bit. And 14-19 to go in the second period. Back to center ice. So Johnny, Gethin, Danny, and Cohen. Controlled by St. James. Johnny's there, and now it comes over to the near side, controlled by St. James. They send it in, intercepted by Danny. Danny's skating with it now, takes it behind the net. Got a forecheck around it, throws it ahead to John. John's going to try to clear the zone, comes out towards the point, but held in by St. James. And now to the high slot, St. James chips it ahead in the backhand, sends it into the slot, takes a one-timer, missed the net to the left. Now it comes back into the high slot. St. James is there, got it on the backhand, take it now into the slot, ricochets around a bit, goes over to the far side of the net, and now goes in front of the net. Kate had to go down the butterfly to get it out of there. Now bouncing puck in the circle. John's there, and now skating, trying to break the zone, going the other way. Crosses the red line, fires it in, and chips and chases after it. Loose puck bouncing weirdly behind the net. It comes over here to the near side, settled by St. James, and they're looking to break the zone. They send it across ice ahead, and Cohen's there trying to slow him down, and so is Danny now slowing it down. At the end of the zone onside, and they fire it. It goes into the slot. Takes a shot, missed the net to the left. I think Kate got a piece of that. Goes over to the near side out to the point. And now they dump it back in. Loose puck back there. Cohen settles it, throws it up, and the defense steps up into the down low with the puck. It went off of Cohen, and now still has the puck down behind the net, chipped away by the defense, and goes over the far side. The other defender comes in, takes a shot, goes off of the Kate stick up high into the net, but no continuation of play. He goes. Gethin fires it across ice, now intercepted by St. James. Bombs this thing a mile in the air, and it goes into our defensive zone. Cohen's there, chips it out, and leaves the zone, now going the other way, and chasing after Dylan on a forecheck. We are out of offsides though, and Gethin trying to maintain control of the puck at the red line. And now we lost the puck going the other way. Back checking though, Cohen knocks it away. Gethin's got it. Sends it ahead, goes off of now over to Yosef. Yosef's in a one-on-one, got a trailer, takes a shot, missed the net high to the right, and it's going to clear the zone. No held in, there are too many men. Too many's the call. Patriots are going to be in a penalty kill for too many men on the ice. That puck rode its way all the way around the boards on the top of the boards and hit us as we were coming on and off the ice, and then we had too many men. 12:30, defenses on faceoff zone. Patriots are up by a goal. It's 2-1. So this is Yosef, Dylan, Chris, and William to kill this. Controlled by the St. James, have it in the high slot. Chips it ahead, but William's going to go fetch this and sends it ahead, but not clear the zone. Out to neutralize, chasing after it's Yosef on a forecheck, shorthanded. Settled now by the St. James D, but Yosef's there swatting at it, trying to slow him down. And now Dylan's there as well, and now St. James pushes it ahead, but William knocks it away, and now St. James hammers it in, and they're onside. Puck is loose behind her net, chasing after is Chris, but there's a forechecker there. Forechecker slows the puck down. Chris fell down, and now the puck goes off of William in the slot, takes another shot, but misses the net to the right. I don't know how that didn't go in, and now they're trying to find the net, and now it comes into the high slot, and now they settle the puck, hammered out of the zone. It could be on net, and the puck is toppling around, and it loses its energy. Dylan's there on a forecheck, and now getting touched up a little bit, but comes out towards the blue line, and now settled by St. James going the other way. St. James fires it over here towards the near side, and ricochets off the board and handled by St. James. But Dillon's there in the back check. Got a one-on-one. Kicked away by the defender, though, and now continues the forecheck, though. Short-handed. The puck is tied up down there. Joseph approaches it, now taken away by St. James. Their power play continues now for another 58 seconds. They cross the red line. And now chipped at by William as they try to enter the zone. He slows it down. Now back check by Z. Z's short-handed here, and he's going to has control of the puck. Dumps it in. This could be icing, but he didn't put a lot on it. We're saying no icing. He's all the way down. And now the forecheck as he continues. He comes out, pinch that puck against the boards. And now St. James has it, but Ellis is there on a forecheck too. And now brings it into the side of the net, and now it's knocked away by the defenders. Still short-handed here, battling for the puck, loose in the slot. Controlled now by the St. James, looking to break out. Chips it ahead, and big collision, though, right at the red line. Now taken away by St. James. Kicked at by Jackson, and now in deep behind our net, chasing after. St. James is there. There's another 17 seconds in this penalty kill. Williams got it. Chips it ahead and touched up by Z. Now Z clears the zone out to neutral ice. Settled by St. James in their defensive zone, but the forecheck, Ellis is there. Can't do anything with it. They send it out to neutral ice. Send it across ice. 3 seconds left. Z's back on D all by himself with Kate and knocked it away enough to slow that rush down. Now Jackson's got it. We're back to full strength. They clear the zone. Swooping in is Dakota. Dakota's on a one-on-none and got stopped by the goalie. Took a big collision in the... Got a whistle. I think it may be for... I don't know if it's a penalty. I think it just covered the puck, and that's why they blew it. But Dakota went all out there and sacrificed himself into the boards to make that shot, but the goalie had it. So the score is still 2-1 Patriots. 10:16 to go in the second period. This is Riot, Dakota, Ellis, Jackson, and Danny. Riot taking the draw, controlled by St. James. They fired out to the high slide. Danny tried to hold his own, but couldn't. We got to get back on side. Danny pushes it ahead. We're back on side, but just barely. They dump it in. Now Dakota's there on a forecheck, and so is Riot. And St. James is playing keep away behind their net, but here comes the forecheck of the Patriots. Jackson goes in way deep to hold this. Ellis takes a shot, goes out of play up into the netting, and they're saying offensive zone faceoff to come out of that. A little less than 10 minutes to go in the period. No changes. Everybody's on the wrong side of the ice, but the faceoff's going to come over here on this circle. Riot, Dakota in the slot. Ellis kind of sets up behind Riot at the top of the circle. Jackson and Danny, controlled by St. James. They fire it out to Jackson. Jackson holds his own. Fires a shot. Goes on net, but knocked away by the defender. And now they fire it over to the far side point. And there's a St. James player there, but so is Danny. They knock it out. Now Jackson circles on the puck in our defensive zone. Fires it across ice to Ellis. Ellis touched it, but couldn't do much with it. Now it comes back towards our defensive zone. Jackson pokes it away. Ellis is there, got it on the backhand, getting swatted at by St. James. Now Dakota brings it onside, sends it over to Ellis. Ellis fires a shot. Goalie soaked it all up in his sweater, and that'll stop play. 9:31, second period. Scores 2-1 Patriots. Fresh legs out there for both teams. Zach, John, Johnny, Cohen, and Chris. Zach taking this draw. And controlled by St. James. They chip it back to their defense. Now skating with it behind the net. But here comes Johnny on a forecheck. And John. And they slowed him down. He tried to get rid of the puck. Now they dump it out to the blue line. But Chris is there. Chris fires it in. Touched up by Zach in the corner. But now settled by St. James. They chip it back out towards the point. Chris is there. Chris fires a shot. Big rebound in front of the net. Lost it. Took another shot. John retrieved it. And now goes in the corner. Getting tied up, though. And now squeezed out. Now we got 4 players down there battling for the puck. Zach pulls it out. Sends it out to Chris at the point. Chris fires a shot. Redirected over to the top of the net into the near side boards. St. James is there in the back end. They flick it out, but Cohen hammers a shot from the point. Misses to the right. Bounces on a weird bounce. John sends it into the slot. Kicked away by the defender. John fetches it, though, and got a penalty coming. And it looks like it's on the Patriots. Might be a slash on John. And now we got to touch this puck up, or we're going to have a... Now they're touched up by Chris, and that'll stop play. It's a slash. John for slashing. And that'll put the Patriots in a penalty kill for 2 minutes. 8:39 on that stoppage of play. So this is, to kill this, I have no idea. The referees were confused even, I think. They're at the wrong end of the ice. Here they come. Okay, so it's William, Dylan, Jackson, and Joseph to kill this. William's going to set up in the slot. Dylan's going to take the draw. Joseph is going to set up right next to William in the slot. Jackson's behind him. And controlled by the Patriots. Yosef's got it now, skating hard, trying to break the zone, getting battled for, though. Puck comes out towards the blue line, now turned around by St. James, and now nobody touched that, went over here to the near side, and Williams there, hammers it towards the point, held in. Yosef's got it shorthanded, going the other way. He's got a trailer, it's Dylan, takes a shot, misses the net to the left. It's going to clear the zone, going all the way back down past the red line over to our offensive zone. Williams there, can't clear the zone, goes off a skate of a defender, now touched up, and St. James outside, but Dylan's going shorthand the other way, getting joined by Yosef, and now has it on a backhand, flings it through the slot, but Yosef was a little trailing there, and now Yosef's still battling for it, holds it down and deep. Yosef still got it shorthanded, pokes it away, kicks at it, now holds it in the circle, and now settled by St. James, intercepted, tried to intercept it, now going the other way. Another minute 12 in this power play for St. James. They entered the zone onside. Williams swatting it in the corner, and then stymied the puck there. Now Dylan's going short-handed the other way, and Yosef's out of gas. He's slowing down, but he's entering the zone. Takes a shot, goes off the defender, and now taken away by St. James, and they're going to go the other way. William and Jackson are back. It's a 3-on-2, and they send it intercepted by William. William settles the puck now, gets away from that forechecker, but they has to skate it over to the far side, chips it ahead for Z. Got some fresh legs out there now to help finish kill this penalty. They clear out the zone, but held in neutralized by St. James. Now intercepted by Z. Z shorthanded all by himself, entering the zone. Got it on a backhand, into the near side circle. Still has it on the backhand, chips it towards the net, and it's stuck there. And now they stop the play. It got pinned against the side of the net, and 7:06 to go in the period. Power play for St. James continues for another 27 seconds. To finish the rest of this kill is Z, Ellis, Cohen, and Danny. Z is taking the drop. Ellis is set up in the slot. Looks like he wants the puck to take an immediate shot. Drill by St. James. They fire it out of the zone. Goes all the way down. Icing's the call. It's coming all the way back. All right, 6:59 to go on the clock. Icing back into the offensive zone. Short-handed for the Patriots for another 20 seconds. No change in the lines for the Patriots. And St. James controls the draw. Now they're circling to get away from our forecheck. We're going to clear the zone. And out to neutral ice. Cohen chipped it back towards the blue line. And now it comes back into our offensive zone. And there's a St. James player down there defensively. So is Ellis on a forecheck. Comes out towards Z, holds it in on a backhand. Ellis is down there going to go chase after it. He's got a defender right on him. And ties it up, flings it towards the net. The goalie's going to reach out and cover that, and that'll stop play. And there's some words exchanged. And 6:37 to go. Far side circle for this faceoff. Back to full strength for the Patriots. Good job killing that. Dakota, Riot, Ellis, Jackson, and Chris out there. Riot taking the draw. Patriots control the draw. Goes back to Dakota. Sends it back to Chris. Chris fires a shot. Goes in the slot. Hits the skate of a defender. Knocked away. And Jackson immediately takes another shot. Sorry, Dakota. Now swatting at it. Lost the zone. And now Chris sends it back around side. But now Riot's joined by Ellis. Sends it over to Ellis. Ellis got on the forehand. Takes a shot. Goalie got a big blocker on that. And they knock it down on the side. Takes another shot. Takes another shot. Score! Persistence pays off. Patriots find the back of the net on a loose puck. I make the score 3-1. 6:15 to go in the period.
Nice job, Rick.
Ellis gets an unassisted goal there. They're going to stay out there for another shift. Riot, Ellis, and Dakota. Chris and Jackson. And controlled by either team from over the near side. I guess the Patriots get that draw because Ellis got a stick on it. Now it comes into our defensive zone. Jackson's there. He chips it ahead, hits the skate of a defender, but Ellis settles it, sends it ahead to Riot. Riot's enters the zone, but it's getting poked at and chipped away by the defense, and they send it out of the zone, and Patriots are going to have to go fetch this. Chris has got it, but he's got a forecheck on it. Throws it off of Jackson. Jackson stepped right into that backhand, and now sends it out of the zone, and now pushes it ahead. Now going hard as Dakota enters the zone. He got a 1-on-3, sends it to a trailer in the slot. It's Dylan. Gets behind the D. Takes another shot, goes off the side of the net. Now the puck's loose behind the net. They fire it out to the point. Chris is there, going to stop it, and he fires it back in. Dakota tried to stop it. The loose puck now behind the net, settled by Riot. Puts the brakes on, tries to send it into the slot. Bouncing puck to Dylan. Dylan's trying to control the puck in the slot. Now knocked away by the defense. Gets behind it. Takes a shot. Bouncing puck picked up by the defense. They send it out to the point. Jackson stepped up, tried to do something with that. Can go all the way down. Icing's the call. It's going to come all the way back. 5:13 to go in the period. Their offensive zone faceoff coming for the Patriots and an icing call. We're going to make some changes. William and Cohen are out there on T. Geffen, Zach, and Johnny. Geffen sets up and behind towards the boards. Zach taking the draw. Johnny's in the slot. Controlled by St. James. They send it back to their defense. They're trying to play keep away from that forecheck of Johnny. Comes out to Geffen. Geffen pulls it in the circle. Lost the puck though. Goes into the slot. Loose puck still. Williams steps up to try to slow it down. And now it's settled by St. James. They're going to skate back towards the slot. Taken away in the high slot by Geffen temporarily. Now St. James battling for it was Cohen. Cohen chips at it. Sends it back towards the center ice. And now dumped back in by St. James around side. But settled by Zach. Zach fires it ahead. Goes to Geffen's all by himself. And going to wind up take a shot. Goalie got a piece of that, but it went in unassisted. I guess, not sure who sent him that puck. There's an assist there. Geffen gets the goal. It did touch a defender, maybe not. The defender got a piece of that before it got to Geffen. 4-1 Patriots, 4:40 to go in the first period. They're going to stay out there for another shift. Johnny, I guess it was Zach that sent him that puck. If anybody's going to get an assist, it'd be Zach. Zach, Geffen, William, and Cohen. Zach taking the draw here. And it's controlled by St. James. They have it on the far side. Now on the backhand. Poked out by William, though. And stymied. Now controlled by battling for it. Johnny pushes it over, but intercepted by St. James. Now St. James has it. They're going to enter the zone. They fire a shot from a mile out. Kate tried to glove it, but lost it. Williams swooped in and knocked it out of there. And St. James fetches the puck, though, and now it comes into the circle. And William pushes it towards the blue line. They got to settle. Knocked away by Geffen. Geffen's going the other way, makes a move, but slowed down and lost his edge. And now chips a Zach got a stick on that, slowed it down, but now comes into our defensive zone, chasing after it is William, but so is the forecheck of the St. James. Puts the brakes on, squeezes into the boards. Now puck's loose behind the net, still battling for it. William pushes it ahead here to Geffen. Geffen's going to retrieve it, trying to clear the zone, and still stuck down there. William goes and gets a piece of that, fires it down. It could be icing. No, they wave the ice and say he touched it. Puck's behind the net now on the forecheck here. And picks it up. It's Dylan. Dylan still got on the backhand, skating with it. We're making some changes. Now chipped back in by Z. Puck's on the ice, but tied up against the boards. Now fired all the way down, and icing's the call. And it's going to come all the way back. 3:32 to go in the period. Offensive zone faceout coming for the Patriots. The score is 4-1 Patriots. Dylan, Yosef, Z, Danny, and Chris. Joseph's against the boards. Dylan's on the slot. Z taking the draw. And controlled by St. James. They throw it out towards the point. Danny's going to step up and hammer a shot. It went weakly on net, but it's loose in front of the net. Now taken away by the defense. Oh, another shot on net. Goes left. Joseph's down there playing keep away. Now still skating with it. Got knocked away, and the loose puck now controlled by St. James. And Dylan's there. Continues that forecheck. Now Danny pushed it back in. Now it's deep behind the net and picked up by St. James, but Z's on a forecheck, goes over to Yosef. Yosef flicks it back to Z. Can't do anything with it. Goes over to the far side. Dylan's going to go try to get on this. And puck comes out to the point and goes all the way down. Now it's a foot race. And no icing call. He threw it towards the net, but went off of Danny. Goes on the far side. St. James is down there, pinched off by Danny. And now they throw it into the net. Goes off a skate of Chris over to the far side. Chris approaches and chips that ahead to Dylan. Dylan's got to break the zone here, going the other way. Flicks it past the defense, now chases after his own flick, and settled by St. James, and tried to clear the zone, but Z stepped in and picked it up. And as in the circle, gets smeared into the boards, and the referee's now getting involved. It hit the referee a couple times. And now the loose puck behind the net, and now approaching is St. James, and so is Z on a forecheck. Big collision down there, no call. And now St. James got it, trying to clear his zone. Yosef swatting at it, trying to hold his zone. Back out to neutralize, bouncing the puck. Chris is still swatting at it over to Yosef. Yosef's going to cross the red line now. Chips it ahead for Z. Z's got it. Fires a shot. Goalie saw that and covered it, and that'll stop play. 2:10 to go on that stoppage of play, second period. Score is 4-1 Patriots. Offensive zone faceoff coming. Dakota, Riot, Ellis, William, and Jackson. Riot taking this draw. Ellis is in the slot. Dakota against the board. And Patriots win the draw. Riot pushes it back to William. William's got to do something really quick. He's got a defender up. St. James all over. Now they're going the other way. Jackson's trying to get back and slow this thing down. Pokes at it, knocks it away. Nice poke check there. St. James bounces the puck back to their blue line. They hold the zone, but Jackson got a piece of that. Now they throw it in deep, bouncing puck behind the net. Williams down there. Gonna put the brakes on, takes the hit, but kept the puck, sends it out, but intercepted at the point. They fired it on net, but it went left and goes over to the near side, chip towards the blue line and clear the zone. Now Ellis continues the forecheck, goes off of Riot. Now Dakota. Now Riot's on side, brings the puck to the far side, sleds on the corner, takes a shot, hits the goalie, loose puck in the high slot. Now Williams there, takes a shot, and loose puck in the slot, taken up by St. James. Now they're trying to skate with it and clear the zone. They fired across ice. There's a St. James player waiting for it at the blue line. Jackson's approaching, chips at it. Nice poke check there by Jackson, knocked the puck loose. Now it comes through the slot, but no one over to the far point. Gets it in deep, bouncing puck behind the net. St. James down there, but so does Jackson. St. James has it on the backhand. They fire it out towards the point, took a weird bounce. Held in by St. James. They throw it into the slot, intercept by Williams. Williams going the other way now, looking for a pass, sends it ahead to Dakota's all by himself. And brings it into takes a shot, big rebound, picked up by the defense. Now Uriah got on the forecheck though and held the zone. Then puck's loose now behind their net, but here comes Dakota on the forecheck. They fire it out towards the point. Jackson there meets the puck now it's coming towards the blue line, and we got a trip on Jackson. And now touched up by Geffen, and that whistle will stop play. Tripping Jackson. That'll put the Patriots in a penalty kill for 2 minutes. So there's 40 seconds and a half left in the period. Penalty kill time for the Patriots. It's Cohen, Danny, Geffen, Zach to kill this. Danny sets up in a slot. Geffen's okay. St. James wins the draw. They immediately take a shot. Goes over to the far side. Now bouncing puck coming out and approaching is Danny. Now still battling to play keep away down there. And the puck comes out towards the top of the circle. Zach's there, takes control of it. Short-handed, trying to break the zone. Can't break the zone. Held in by St. James, but they kick it ahead to Geffen's got it. Makes a move towards the slot. Makes another move in the circle. Has it on the backhand. Throws it on net, but got intercepted by the defense. Now they're trying to clear the zone. And they do out to neutral ice, but approaching is Cohen. Cohen chips at it right as they enter the zone. St. James is on side. Now regrouping in this power play. They're going to hammer a shot. Goes over. Try to one-timer to the near side, but it missed the one-timer. 2 seconds left on the clock, and that'll be the end of the period. Okay, so 2 periods of play. Patriots are up 4-1, but we're going to be in a penalty kill at the start of the third period for 1 minute and 20. Second intermission starts now. That horns the end of the intermission. Third period is getting ready to start. We're going to be defending the right side of the screen for this period. Kate is still in net. Starting line for the third period is William and Chris. John taking this draw and Johnny to kill this penalty. Penalty kill for 1 minute 20 to start the third period for the Patriots. And we got a quick whistle right off the draw. Referee's pointing towards St. James' side of the ice. I don't know if it just missed drop there or what, but that was a very quick whistle. Now it comes to drop again. Another whistle. The referee is not happy with something here. The referee's talking to the other referee. I don't know what's going on. All right, they're swapping. St. James players are swapping sides now. I don't know what's going on. Okay, now St. James won the draw. They fire it over to the near side boards. They're onside, and they dump it in deep, and a loose puck behind our net. Chasing after it's William. There's a forecheck there. William hammers it off to the point, held in by the skate of a St. James player, comes into the slot, knocked away into the circle. They take a shot from there, goes off the side of the net, and now Williams there, and fires if it didn't go anywhere, and now stuck to the boards. And now Williams sends it into the, we've got a join by Chris there. Chris is skating to break the zone and ices the puck, and it's going to come all the way back. 14:29, icing's the call, back in the defensive zone. 49 seconds left in this penalty kill. Chris and William, Johnny and John. John taking the draw. Johnny's in the slot with Chris. Okay, now controlled by, they take a shot on goal. Kate got a piece of that, now picked up by Chris. Chris is going to skate with it, puts it on a forehand. Tried to clear the zone, but couldn't. Now battling for a loose puck in the point, and now John's there, swoops on it in the middle high slot, and clears the zone, pushes it ahead, but it slowed down and taken away by St. James, and now coming the other way. Johnny's there on a forecheck. I don't know what we're doing. We're changing, and now Williams out there battling for the puck, lost it though, comes back towards our defensive zone. Chasing after it is Z, smears him in the board and takes the puck away. Now Z's got it behind our net. And 17 seconds left in the penalty kill. He ices the puck. Williams going to stay out there on a forecheck, but it's going to come all the way back, I think. No, William gets down there, no icing. And now they fire all the way across ice, and we got nobody back on D. And now they get behind us a little bit. William gets back and now swatting at it, clears it out of there, but they still have it on a forehand. They fire it on net, goes in. It went off of, I think it went off the side of Kate and went in the net. So St. James scores, and that makes the score 4-2 Patriots. 13:33 to go in the third period. That was not a power play goal. We were back to full strength when that goal went in. All right, so it's Dylan, Z, Yosef, Cohen, and Danny. Z taking the draw. Patriots win the draw. Send it back. Danny's going to fetch that. Tips it out for Yosef. Yosef's going to charge. Lost the puck as he's trying to enter the zone. Now back to St. James. And they send it ahead, and St. James is entering the zone. They dump it in onside. And now they get into the circle, knock it behind our net. And there's a St. James player there, but so is a Patriot. Big collision. Players go down. Loose puck in the slot. Picked up by Danny. Danny chips it out of there. Hits Dylan. Now Dylan sends it to Z. Z's skating hard, trying to get back check though. Onside, brings it into the, lost the puck as he tried to enter the slot. Now puts it on the backhand, playing keep away in the corner. Sends it into that, goes off a Yosef skate. Yosef's got it now. And battling for it, still stuck to him. Now comes out towards the circle, now controlled by St. James. They try to clear his zone, but Cohen stepped up, fires a shot, goes left to net. Now forecheck continues though by the Patriots. Back check there. And now controlled by St. James trying to clear the zone. They send it across ice. There's a St. James player there, takes control of the puck, and they are onside. Cohen's there, slows it down, goes off of Dylan. Dylan's got it now and skating with it, brings it through the high slide, gonna break the zone going the other way. Sends it after Yosef. Yosef makes a move on the high side, enters onside, swats at a shot, poked away by St. James. Now deep into Z. Z's got control of the puck. Now brings it to makes a move in the top of the circle, now into the far circle. Playing keep away down there, and now getting tied up by St. James. Sends it over to high slot. Danny's there. Ships it back to Dylan. Dylan sends it to Yosef. Fires a one-timer. Goalie got a big piece of that, but gave up a rebound and then immediately covered that, and that'll stop play. 12:08. And that stoppage of play. Third period. Patriots are up 4-2. Fresh legs out there for both teams. Ellis, Dakota, Riot, Chris, and Jackson. Riot's taking this draw. Ellis sets up in the slot. Controlled by the Patriots. Tripped that by Dakota. Goes loose in the circle, now picked up by St. James. We're going to clear the zone. They do. Got touched by Jackson, so no icing. Going all the way down, and now the forecheck's there, but so is Jackson. Jackson takes the puck away. And lost it, sends it towards the blue line, comes out towards the point. They dump it back in. There's a loose puck now, and Chris is approaching it, but so is the forecheck. Smears him in the boards, but now over to Jackson. Jackson swatting at it, trying to push it ahead, but now stuck to the board. Fires it out towards the point. The point stops it there, but now they send it in the slot. Intercepted by Chris. Chris clears the zone, now settled by the defense. They circle on it at the red line, trying to get back onside, and they do. Jackson's there, flings it back out of the zone, and now approaching his Riot, but gets back towards the red line. And Jackson's there chipping at it. Loose puck pushed ahead by Riot. We're onside, but taken away by the defense. Now back to Jackson. Jackson pushes it back, taken away. Now Ellis has got it. Knocked away by the defender into the corner. Ellis settles on the puck. Sends it into the crease. Got redirected, but missed the net. Goes over to the far side, near side. Shipped that by Chris. Sends it back in. Loose puck. Riot's down there. Going to stop this. Sends it to Dakota. Dakota takes a shot. Goes off of the side of the net. Now Riot takes a shot from the far side. Comes out towards the blue line. We can't hold the zone. Going all the way down. Jackson's going to get there first, but he's got 2 forecheckers on him. Chris joins him. And now goes into the far corner, but St. James has it. Sends it into the slot. Chris is trying to slow this down. Knock it away. So is Dakota. And Chris chips at it. Sends it towards the top of the circle. Still pushing on it. Knocks it over to the far side boards. Sends it out to the point. Held in by St. James. Pulled off a St. James player and cleared the zone. Back out to neutral ice. St. James offside, but they realize that. Trying to get back onside. They do. Now still controlling the puck and crossing the red line. Now they're onside. And makes a move into the slot. Takes a shot. Missed the net to the left. Comes over to the near side. Tries to wrap around there from the near side, but now picked up by St. James. And Geffen's there. And loose puck squirts out. Goes over the far side. We've got a whistle. Roughing's the call. And the roughing is going to be on, I think it's going to be on us. Maybe it's on St. James. It's on us. Geffen took the roughing penalty. 10-17 to go in the period. Penalty kill for the Patriots for 2 minutes. Patriots up by 2 goals, but penalty kill. So it's Zach, Cohen, John, and William. Controlled by St. James back over to the far point. And they take a shot, goes off of John. Knocked down by Zach. Could have been a high stick. High sticking is the call. It's going to be another face-off in the defensive zone. Okay, Zach taking this draw. John and William are in this fight. Controlled by St. James. They're going to wind up taking a shot from the circle. Kate saw that, but gave off a rebound. Now knocked away by William out towards the top of the circle. Chipped out of the zone by Zach. And minute 43 continues this penalty kill. Back over to St. James' defense. The forecheck of John's there. And St. James trying to get back on side. They do. They dump it in, and now puck goes in deep behind our net. William's down there, but so is St. James. They send it off the side of the net. William approaches it and ties them up. Battling for the puck down there behind the net. Now helped by Zach. Puck stuck to the top of the board. Zach hammers it off the boards out to the point. Yosef trying to clear his zone. He does. Now it's a full race going the other way short-handed. Yosef's got some speed on, but he's met by a defender. Puck goes loose behind the net now. St. James gets to it first. Got it on a forehand. Skating hard to break the zone. They send it across towards the red line. Settled by St. James and ahead, and now they're onside. Williams there trying to slow him down. Pokes the puck away. And now the puck squirts out. And swatting at it was Yosef. Now Yosef strips it ahead for William. William fires it off the boards, held in by St. James D, and they launch it on net. Loose puck in front. Yosef swoops into the slot, knocks that away, and Zach picks up that loose change and sends it ahead. Goes off of William. William kicks it ahead, and now enters the zone onside, but continues the forecheck and out towards their point. We're still short-handed for another 39 seconds. Still in the zone, though. Yosef's got it, sends it into the slot. Z's there, but can't do much with it. Got knocked away by the defender. Z's playing keep away in the corner and gets pinned down there. Now puck squirts out, fires it over to the far side point. Swooping ahead was Danny to hold the zone. Another 22 seconds in this penalty kill. Back out to neutral ice. Danny's there, chips at it. St. James is making some changes. Swatting at that with Z, but can't do much with it. Comes over to the near side, now settled by St. James. Right at the red line. Swatting at it. William approaching, knocked away. Yosef's got it. Pushing it, trying to get back onside. We have the puck. Short-handed for another 5 seconds. Sends it into the crease, goes right through, but no one's there. Shooting the slot. The forecheck continues full strength now for the Patriots. Slowed down by Yosef as he was exiting the zone. Danny's got to play chase. Gets to it, pushes it out, and now approaching is Dylan. Dylan makes a move to get away from that back check. And now Z dumps it in, goes off a defender. Bouncing puck in their circle, and they settle the puck. And forecheck, Dylan got a piece of that. Slowed it down, but now closes zone. Now Danny settles it at neutral ice. Fires it ahead and hits the St. James player. Now they're going to enter the zone. Danny's going to try to slow him down. Now Z's on a back check, takes it away. Sends it out of the zone ahead to Yosef. Yosef's got it and fires a shot. Missed the net just to the left. Goes over to the far side. And Dylan sends it back to Jackson. Immediately takes a shot, misses to the right. Ricochets behind the net. Now settled by St. James. They push it towards the point, but stepping up is Danny. Danny takes a shot. Redirected on net, but the goalie saw that and stopped it, and that'll stop play. 7:29 to go in the third period. Score is 4-2 Patriots. Offensive zone faceoff coming. Fresh strikes for both teams out there. Riot, Ellis, Chris, Cohen, and Dakota. Ellis sets up in the slot. Riot taking this draw. control by the Patriots. Goes to immediately. Ellis takes a shot. Got it redirected off net by the goalie. Goes to the far side. Fired out towards the point. And Cohen is there slapping at it, trying to hold his own, but can't. Out to neutral ice. And pushing ahead is St. James. Going to enter the zone onside. They're going to take a shot from there. Kate got a big rebound, though, and now fires it out towards the blue line. Swooping in was the defender. Holds the zone. Now chipped that towards the blue line. Held in by the defense. They chip it back in. Ellis is there. Knocked it out. And now St. James settles the puck at the red line, but the forecheck Ellis is there. He knocks the puck down. And now still kicking at it. Trying to get back. Takes a shot from outside the... And now loose puck settled by St. James behind their net. But the forecheck's there by the Patriots. They send it out towards the blue line. Launch it a mile in the air. Now Chris is back and pushes it back towards the blue line, but held in by St. James. Knocked away in big collision. Riot, no call. Cohen fires it back towards the point, but it's stopped by St. James. Now the puck comes over here to the near side, but there's nobody there. And now Dakota gets to the puck and clears his own. Hits a skate of a St. James player. Now Dakota retrieves it. And trying to play keep away. Ellis fires it in. Misses the net, but stuck behind the goalie right now. And now picked up by St. James. Forecheck there by Riot continues. They fire it here to the near side boards. Chris steps up and holds his own. Chips it into Dakota. Dakota sends it towards the crease. Loose puck in front of the net. Taken away by the St. James defense. Now trying to clear his zone. Chris steps up to hold his own. And now out to neutral ice. St. James has it, but Dakota's there. Now Danny steps up and they're offside. Coming to neutral ice, center ice. 6:05 to go in the third period. Fresh legs for both teams. John, Johnny, Geffen, Danny, William. John taking the draw and controlled by Geffen's got it. Enters the zone but taken away by the defense. Now comes over to the far side. Williams there, settles the puck looking for a pass. Fires it all the way across ice. Hit a couple players bouncing at the red line. Chopped at by Johnny. We're onside. And the puck's in deep loose. Geffen's approaching, but so is the defender. Poked at by the defender before we got there. Now back towards the blue line. And touched up and goes all the way down. It could be icing. No icing. Picked up by St. James. William got back there to place in defense. Now puck's loose in the corner. And still battling for it now. Geffen, but St. James gets it out of there. Now pushed out towards the blue line. They're going to wind up taking a shot from there, but couldn't get much on it. And lost the puck. Now intercepted by William. And now pucked away. And now goes over to the far side circle. John's there. Settles the puck. And knocked away, though, by St. James. St. James settles the puck. Now he's going to hammer a shot from the circle. Big rebound. And scores. And that makes the score 4-3. 5:15 to go in the third period. St. James sneaking back in this game slowly. 5:15. We got a fresh legs out there. We got Dylan, Z, Joseph, Jackson, and Chris. And controlled by St. James on the draw. They fire over to the near side. And approaching is Chris. Chris trying to get it out of there and stuck on the boards. And they dump it in deep. Now the puck's loose behind the net. And Jackson's down there to close the forecheck. They send it into the slot, swooping in. Z takes it away and skates with it, trying to clear the zone. Sends it ahead for Dylan. Lost the puck though as he entered neutral ice. Chipped that by the defense, and now they send it, trying to get back outside. And they made a move there at the blue line, got away from our defense, and now send it back towards the point. And the swooping in was the defender, but Chris steps up, chips it ahead, knocked down by Joseph, and then clear the zone. Got Dylan in a 2-on-1, sends it into Dylan. Can't quite make that pass, but we're onside. The puck's in deep. Dylan's going to get the puck's on its edge. Dylan's got to play keep away. Brings it into the bottom of the circle. Sends it out to the point. Jackson's there. Jackson's going to wind up. Takes a shot. Went on net. Goalie had to play that. Knocked it over. Dylan's got it in the corner now. Still skating with it. Brings it into the circle. Sends it back to Jackson. Jackson winds up. Takes a shot. Redirected. Goes through the crease. And now over to Z's got it. Over to Joseph. Joseph brings it on the backhand. Still has it on the backhand. Sends it into the slot, but can't handle the pass over to Dylan. Now swooping in is Chris to hold his own. Throws it into the slot. Bouncing puck gets past the defense. Now loose puck behind the net. Approaching is Z on a forecheck. But St. James fires it out towards the point. Now into the top of the circle. Joseph's there kicking at it. Now into the slot. Throws it on the backhand towards the goalie. Missed the net though. Goes over the far side. And now St. James chips at it. Comes up to the top of the circle. Now they fire it out of the zone. And Dylan settles it. Sends it back to Chris. And we got to regroup. St. James making some changes. And now we're back in our offensive zone. Now held in by Joseph. Joseph kicking. Brings it on the forehand. Out of backhand, scores! I think he got the 5-hole, found it open there. And the goalie was trying to get in the butterfly and got it under him just in time. That puts the score 5-3 Patriots. A bit scrambly there, but we found the back of the net. 3:37 to go in the third period. Okay, Riot, Ellis, Dakota, Cullen and William.
Come on, Riot!
Riot taking this draw. Dakota on the near side, Ellis on the far side. And controlled by the Patriots. Dakota's there battling for it, and so is St. James though. Now enters the zone, still loose in the high slot. Now they gets going on to the low slot. Now he's gonna take a shot. Missed the net to the left. Goes over now swooping in is William. Shifts it to head to himself. Players went down, but no call. William throws it on a backhand ahead to Dakota. Clears the zone, but it could be icing. Icing's the call. It's gonna come all the way back. And big collision down there. We got interference on, I don't know about that call, but interference on Riot. There was a whistle for icing, and then he called him for interference after the whistle for icing. So I don't know how that works, but we're going to go on the penalty for 2 minutes. I really don't know what's going on. We got a center ice. This is after the whistle. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're in a penalty kill for 2 minutes. The referee's saying because it was icing and a penalty. I don't really know what's going on. Now they figured it out. The other benches had to tell the referees what to do, I guess. 3:16, we're in a penalty kill for 2 minutes. So it's Cullen, William, Dakota, and I think it's Ellis taking the draw. We got timeout White. So 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third period. St. James is down by 2 goals. They're going to call a timeout here. This is going to have to kill this penalty. Keep this game a 2-point differential. One more rally there from the timeout. All right, timeout is over. There is 3 minutes and 16 seconds on this clock in the third period. Patriots up by 2 goals. It's 5-3, but we're on a penalty kill for 2 minutes. And we're making more changes. Jackson and Chris are out there on D. Ellis and Dakota. And here comes a drop. Controlled by St. James. Back to their point. Going to wind up and take a shot from there. Knocked down by the stick of Ellis. Nice job there. Loose puck in the high slot. Swatting at it. We still loose puck. They take a shot. Goes behind our D. Takes a backhand shot. Goes off a cape. It comes to the near side. Loose puck. And he sends it out to the point. Now there's a forecheck there, but it didn't do much. And it goes in deep now. And approaching is Chris. Big collision. Puck comes out. Ellis has got it on a backhand now. Trying to clear his zone. And held in by St. James, but Chris got a piece of that ice to the puck. Coming all the way back. 2:45 on that stoppage of play. Icing is the call. Minute 30 left in this kill. 2:45 left in the period. Chris, Geffen, Jackson, and Zach. Jackson and Geffen are in the slot. And Zach is taking this draw. Controlled by St. James. They throw it on net. Kate got a big rebound, but the puck's loose in front of the slot. Now takes another shot. Kate got a piece of that. They scored. And makes the score. Power play goal there for the St. James. Makes the score 5-4. 2:37 to go in the period. That penalty hurt. And back to full strength for the Patriots. Zach, Geffen, Yanni, Chris, and Jackson. And controlled by St. James. And they chip it over here to the near side. They swing it ahead, hits the St. James player's skate. The Geffen's there, and now taken away by St. James. St. James looking to clear the red line. They fire it ahead. Touch goes all the way in. There could be icing. No icing called. And now Chris is there. Puts it on the backhand. Has control of it behind the net. Fires it off almost at the referee. Bounces towards the top of the circle. Now loose puck. Now settled by St. James. Goes into the slot. Knocked away by Jackson. Jackson clears the zone out to neutral ice. And now settled by St. James. St. James looking to make a pass here. They fire it across ice. And they're back on side. And they got a bit of an out-man rush. The defenseman fell down. Now they got it in the slot. Shoots and scores. Ties the game with 2:01 to go. And Patriots are just flat-footed there and gave up another goal. And now it's a tie game. 2:01 to go in the period. And Z is out there with Joseph, Dylan, William, and Danny. And controlled by Z, sends it back to William. William chips it ahead for Dylan. Dylan's going to enter the zone. Joseph's there too. And now Z gets that. They try to clear it, but it went back. Nobody's in front of the net now. Joseph fires it in net. Big rebound. Another shot. Goes in. No goal. I thought it went in the net and came out, but it didn't. It's just a weird angle I was at here. 1:47 on this clock. And now controlled by St. James. They chip it out to the high slot. Williams going to step up and hit it, kept it in with his skate. Bouncing puck in the high slot. Now cleared his zone. Williams got to get us back onside. Fires in and deep. We're back onside, but the puck's in deep, and it's a settled by St. James. Joseph's there on a forecheck. Slowed it down. Dylan goes in, gets it. Now has it on a forehand behind the net. Looking for a pass here. Brings it to William in the high slot. William takes a shot. Redirected off net by the defense into the corner. Joseph's there. Settles the puck. Takes a shot. Goes high. He's going to all the way over to the far point. Williams swoops in to hold it. Dumps it in for Z. Z chips it back. Taken away. Now bouncing puck. Now St. James sends it all the way down. It could be icing. No icing. And Danny's down there to go fetch it. There's 1:06 to go. Danny fires it, but it got held in by. They take a shot. Goes behind the net. Loose puck. William picks it up, but met by they throw it through the crease. It goes off a cape. Goes here to the near side. And swooping at it is to hold the zone is St. James. They're still battling to try to hold the zone, and they do. And it puck's in deep now. And approached by Z. And still a loose puck now. Danny's got it. Puts it ahead. Goes out to the point. Held in by St. James. They dump it back in. And the puck's loose behind the net. Now St. James has got it. Now Williams going to go fetch it in the corner. 36 seconds to go. They send it up to Joseph. Touched up and left the zone. And St. James is way offside here. Now back onside. Now charging into the zone. And centers the puck, but taken away by Danny. And they send it ahead to William. William sends it across to Dylan going all the way down. They got a one-on. Puts the brakes on. Looking for a pass. 14 seconds to go. Taken away on a back check by St. James. Back to the point. Jackson winds up. Takes a shot. Missed the net to the left. Big ricochet. Comes over here to the near side point. Joseph's there, but hammered by St. James. And they goes all the way down. And we got too many men on the ice. And that'll be the end of the game. Final score, 5-5. Patriots were winning the whole game and came back. St. James came back and tied the score with 2 minutes to go. And that game ends in a tie. This was an exhibition game for us, but I think St. James is in our league, so we'll be facing them again some more this season. Very quiet on the ice. Okay, no more hockey this weekend. Thanks for tuning in.